Human Traffic was a movie that I saw way back when it first came out in '99 and was something that kind of stuck with me. I liked it. It was definitely influenced by the whole train spotting movement, the drug culture of the '90s, and it was all a movie kind of about disenfranchised youth who were struggling to come to terms with the fact that they were no longer kids and they were going to have to eventually get rid of the Peter Pan complex and move up and become adults, the thing that they despise the most. And that's primarily the movie. It is based over a weekend with these 5 friends as they just want to go out, get drunk, messed up, take drugs, dance, talk crap and just have a good time. And it's definitely a product of its time as well. You know, it's interesting seeing a movie like this and going to something else like Assassination Nation and seeing how in 20 years things have changed so much, you know, between youth of then and youth of now, and how these people are unhappy with their lot. You know, it's something that seems to become more prevalent with every generation that goes on. People are struggling to find their identity, struggling to find the people that they want to be, and struggling with just general life decisions, you know, an unwillingness to move on, the indecisiveness of that kind of generation. And this is, it focuses on our main character of Jip, who is having several problems at the moment, and basically he just wants to party along with the rest of his other friends, and they all come from various different backgrounds, they all have various different lifestyles, but they come together in one communicative experience by taking drugs and just partying as hard as they can. And this is where they kind of feel most at home, the characters. You know, I'm not talking too much about the plot because there's not really too much of a plot to be had here. It's most about a feeling, about an aesthetic. The way the movie is filmed is very, it's trying hard to be an individual movie, to be its own thing, but you can see clearly the references on its sleeve, you know, very much so with train spotting. That was something that made a stamp, that made its mark, and this is something that's trying to follow on the heels but still be its own thing, but it doesn't feel as persuasive in its argument about its topic. Now, I did like Human Traffic. It's something I went back to again and I enjoyed again for certain aspects. There are certain parts of the movie that I just cannot connect to at all. Even at the time when it came out, there were certain aspects of it that just didn't latch on to me. You know, at the time I was kind of liking the idea of people who didn't have a direction, didn't know which way they wanted to go, didn't want to do anything, couldn't find their niche. And I suppose that's still prevalent with most people today, to be fair. How they went about kind of having that breakthrough was kind of fun. Watching some of the characters realise that there was a limited time span on these times of their lives. You know, that they weren't going to be able to do this forever. They know that the looming horizon of adulthood and responsibility is coming for them and coming quickly. And it's only a matter of time before they outgrow this scene and situation and have to move on to their adult lives. That's the kind of thing that I really latched onto in this movie again. There is a love story shoehorned in here, as there kind of is, and it's not too invasive. It's a little bit eye-rolling, cringy at times when it pops up, but it's not something that I would say torpedoes the movie. But I feel as if the characters aren't focused on enough. We learn a little bit about each of the characters, but it's through their own mouths, and they are flawed narratives that they have. They're their own personal points of view, what they see is wrong with their person, what they think is incorrect with them, and that may be somewhat on the nose but somewhat incorrect as well for some of them. There are some good performances, there are some interestingly filmed scenes and sequences. The characters are mostly fun. There are some abrasive moments in the movie that almost feel as if it's trying to be kind of edgy and cool, but now still looks as if it's trying far too hard to be that way. But it's a whole lot of fun. I can highly recommend checking this out. And if you search on YouTube, you can actually find a copy of it playing there, which is where I watched it for the first time in a long while. So I'd love to know your thoughts on Human Traffic. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought of the movie, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.